Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening. All right, so I want to talk about something that is very, very important. I am getting a lot of people who are very concerned about the changes that are taking place recently with all of the constant changes in the news as it concerns, the the virus, as it concerns getting the shot and everything like that. Okay, so a lot of people are concerned about getting it, also concerned about not getting it, which is totally understandable. There's a lot of people whose jobs and workplaces are mandating people who are traveling, and in order for them to have an easy travel experience, they are leaning more towards getting it. So what I want to talk about is something that you can do energetically for yourself, whatever your choice is, whatever you decide to do, you can protect yourself. Okay. So this is free game. This is something that I could charge for a class, but I am not, because it is so much needed right now. Most people are forgetting their power and forgetting that no matter what is happening in the outside world, that they still have the authority over their own body. They have the authority over their cells. CELLS. This is not about you saying nobody can control me. No, this is about you telling your cells what to do. So whatever your choice is, if you choose to, or if you have to, get it, then what you can do is you can program your cells to only absorb the helpful properties in it, okay? And to reject the rest. You can tell your body, to your organs, your spine, these are all of the places that are going to be affected by the shot, okay? You can tell the rest of your body to shift and change that particular whatever they're putting in there, whether it's toxic or whatever, if it's some sort of technology in there, you can tell your body to disrupt and shake up whatever toxic materials are inside of that shot. And this is for anything. You can do this with the food that you eat, the air that you breathe, the water that you drink, the water that you get in, because there's a lot of fear mongering out there about don't get in the water and don't walk around in parks. And I'm hearing people say these things, and I'm like, man, people have totally forgotten their power. They've totally forgotten who the hell they are and what they. I says, if you don't stop chewing on my jewelry, I got my jewelry laid out because I'm about to go out of town, and she is, stop it, biting it. I'm sorry. So what you can do is you can talk to your cells before you get it. And even if you've already gotten it, still go within and talk to your cells. Communicate with your body. Instruct your body what you want it to do. It listens to you. Your body listens to you, okay? So tell it what you want it to do with this particular substance, okay? You're going to tell it, you're going to only absorb everything that's helpful and beneficial to us. Everything else gets immobilized. It is not able to harm my organs. It's not able to harm my spinal column. It is not able to harm my blood, okay? Whatever is toxic and non-beneficial gets immobilized and gets totally dismantled and sent out of the body, okay? If you don't get it, and and you're concerned about the virus itself. I don't even know how many people are going to even hear this, because I already know that this is probably going to get flagged, which is fine. But I'm not telling you not to or to. I'm just saying this is something that you can do for you. If you're concerned about the virus, same thing. Put a shield around you, okay? You can put a filter shield around you, and you can program that shield to neutralize and transmute all energy, all air, before it gets to you, before it gets to your skin, before it gets to your nose, before it gets to your lungs, that it is only containing healthy, helpful, beneficial air, energy that strengthens you, that heals you, that makes you stronger. Okay, whatever your immune system needs in that moment. Some people don't need a boost in their immune system, right? Whatever it is that your body needs, that's all the air around you will provide, is beneficial energy. That's it. You're programming, you have a right to program the air around you because you're using it, you're breathing it in. You have a right to program your energetic field. You have a right to do that. You are not going against anything when you do this. Okay? And this is something that I would recommend doing on a daily basis until you believe deep down in your heart, deep down in your subconscious mind, that it's already done. This is not something that you have to walk around in fear of when you have the power to control it and program it. You don't have to be afraid of this. There's nothing to fear. It is just energy. All of it is just energy. And you, as a creator, have the right and the authority and the ability to transmute all energy. So if you find that you do have to get it right, that's fine. Talk to your cells, talk to your body, and prepare it, prep it. Call in your protections and release it. Now, I know I joke and I talk about zombies and all that type of stuff. I do. I make them jokes all the time. I don't know. That's just me, right? But if you are taking full control and authority over your body, over your energy, over your organs and your blood cells and your mind, then you can fight against anything. See, I think people forget, like what we think is, we think our power ends at a certain point. We think that our abilities end up to a certain point, right? So you'll have some people believing that they can get a parking spot, but then they don't believe that they can stop themselves from getting sick. They don't believe that they can stop and slow down and speed up their heart rate. They don't believe that they can slow down their blood, right? All of this type of stuff I'm going to be teaching in Be Magic, by the way. But I wanted to bring you guys this information because I am getting a lot of people who are concerned, right? They're scared. And there's no need to be afraid. None whatsoever. It's just energy. We are just moving into another time. We're moving into another phase of reality. All of this stuff is written, right? All of it is written. That doesn't mean it can't change, because we all have free will. But what if the way we change it is by changing the mindset, and is by changing the belief? Instead of feeling like you have to become a sheep, if you get it, that means something bad, or it means that you're not strong. What if you got to get it so that you can keep feeding your family? What if you got to get it so that you can travel freely? What if you got to get it so that you can, purchase certain things and go to certain places? You got to get it because you have to maintain your work, right? It doesn't mean you have to give up your authority to still govern your body. You can still tell your body what to do with that information, with that substance, with that virus. There have been changes throughout history. Magnificent, incredible, life-changing events have happened since the beginning of time. This time is no different. It's going to be things happening that we've never seen in our lifetime, but it doesn't mean that it's never happened throughout history. It has. So instead of being afraid of allowing the change, and simply understanding that you still have the power in the midst of the change for you to get in there and still do what you got to do as the sovereign goddess that we are, right? Hey, y'all. Remember that you always have the power, okay? So definitely get in the habit. I know we seal our auras and everything, but get in the habit of activating an outer filter shield. I talked about this before, and I don't know how, I feel like every time I talk about it, it doesn't, like, I might get like 50 listens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's Facebook not allowing this type of information to get for people to pick it up and receive it. I don't know what it is, but I've talked about this before. I talked about how people are able to, how in the very beginning of all of this, right? I immediately sat with the energy. I sat down with the energy of that virus and called it in and talked to it. When everything was transitioning over to 5G, I sat down and I talked to the energy of 5G. And I'm going to be honest with you. I pulled from that energy. I used all of the energy. I saw how big of an effect it had on everyone. I'm like, well, I'm going to pull on this for myself. Because it's all usable. It depends on your mindset and your belief. If you think it's something to be feared, then it will be something to be feared. It will consume you. It will take you over. If you look at it as an opportunity for you to exercise your power, your authority, your magic, that it will just be another energy that you pull from and that you use as your source. It'll be another tool for you. There's not one thing on this planet that is not a tool that you can use. I don't care if it is created by somebody else. It's still a tool that you can use. So sit with these energies. Find out what they're about. Talk to them. There's nothing for you to be afraid of. I don't give a hell what kind of energy it is. I don't care how scary it is, what it look like, what it sound like. It's like you talking to God. So you can't scare me. You were created by another god, goddess. I'm just trying to figure out how I can use you. You don't scare me. Stop being so scared. The times are going to get stranger. It's going to get more weird. It's going to be more like, what? They doing that now? Okay. Navigate. Be fluid. Like water. Be like the air. Go everywhere. Spread out and then contain. Tell your body what to do. There are some people that have to be exposed to toxic environments every single day of their lives because of the work that they do. And if you're one of those people, then you can use this technique as well. Now, I do hypnosis for this. I do it one-on-one for people. And I show people step by step how to do this. But y'all can do this on your own. You can figure it out. I'm giving you the basics, and you can go and figure it out. But the body is an amazing, beautiful machine. It can do some amazing things, okay? The mind is a beautiful, amazing thing. It can do anything. Yeah, we can do anything. Yeah, there's people who walk through walls and levitate. Why can't you do it? If you practice long enough, you could. There's already stuff in the air that your body, without you even needing to consciously, intentionally do anything, that your body has already adjusted to. It's stuff in the food and in the water that our bodies have already adjusted to. Okay? Your body can adjust. This is just a small little thing. You know what I mean? Compared to all the other stuff we've already been exposed to. Hello, your phone, your cell phone. You know how much radiation and all kinds of stuff comes off of your cell phone, and your body has already adjusted to it? Your body can adjust. Just tell it what to do. Talk to it. Sit with the energy of the technology in your home, or that's around you. The stuff that we walk through every day. I was talking to my friend the other day, and he was telling me how with drones, right? And I didn't even know this, right? But he works with drones and stuff, and he was saying that with drones, that if you hit a certain point when flying it, they give you a little message to tell you. They meaning the people who, the organizations or whatever that monitor the air flight, the air travel, whatever, the flights, okay, in the air, that when you get to a certain point, that it's almost as if you hit an imaginary wall and the drone can't fly forward anymore. And it just stops, and then they can control the drone from where they are. You lose control of it, and then they take over the control. So I said, wow. So there's an imaginary wall that they have programmed, okay? And it stops the drone mid-flight. And they can land it for you if you don't do it, okay? So I'm like, wow, well, we're walking through these force fields all the time, and we don't even know. So that means you're breathing in whatever that force field is programmed with. I'm not going to use the terminology because the last time I used the terminology, I got put in Facebook jail. So I'm not going to use the terminology, but you can look it up for yourself. So we're breathing that in. So that means that we already have the technology inside of us, right? That is able to put a wall up against something that we don't want our bodies to have to endure or deal with. Transmute it. Use that energy. Come on, let's think. Let's get strategic. Think, think, think. Go deeper than just what you're reading and just what you're seeing. Go deep. Think about everything that's around you. How can it become a tool? This is how you start operating in freedom. This is how we move through the fear. Fear is your friend. It's not something to avoid. We got to stop fear bashing. Fear is an opportunity to find another way. Okay? A different way, a new way of doing something. That's all fear is. It gives us the ability to find another way. We can't avoid it. We just have to turn it into yet another tool for us to use. Okay? So go ahead and share this video. Share it before it gets taken down or whatever. I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel. And I'm definitely going to back it up and save it as well, so that I'll have it on my, out for those of you who have the Mind Magic Library, it'll be in the library, okay? So you can go back and watch it in case it gets taken off of here or, you know, something happens where people aren't able to see it. It'll be in the Mind Magic Library, all right? So I love you guys so much. I hope that this has been helpful. If you need assistance doing this one-on-one, you just hit me up. Let me know. You can always go to opendoorhypnosis.com and schedule a free consultation appointment, okay, to talk a little bit more about how you may want to get help with anything that you're working on. But you can do this stuff yourself. Just put the time and energy into it. You can do it yourself. But if you need assistance, if you want to reinforce it hypnotically into the subconscious mind, we can absolutely do that. That's what I have been doing since the beginning of all of this. And I've not had to, I ain't been sick, nothing. You know what I'm saying? None of that. I haven't even had a sinus infection. None of that. And I used to get sinus infections all the time, and I have been eating dairy. I have been eating meat. I have been eating gluten. I don't eat it all the time, and I do my due diligence. Of course, I take care of myself, but I haven't done anything special, you know what I mean, to not be sick. I have just been using this technique for myself, and I continue to use it. And I'm going to be using it for my family, for those in my family that have not tapped into their own power yet. You know what I mean? So I'll be using it for them, and you can do it for your family. You can do this throughout your entire bloodline. Okay? All right, y'all. Have a good night.